More must-haves from Harbor Freight. If you're doing any metal work, this is going to be a metalwork must-haves thing. This right here is their 18 gauge shear. Okay, I don't even know how much one of these would cost you somewhere else. It wasn't expensive at Harbor Freight. I have yet to break this, so it's, versus one of the air-powered shears that they have there. Don't buy one of those. The Harbor Freight 201, you'll break the, I used it like 2 or 3 times and broke the blade. Took it back, got another one, broke the blade. Just don't even bother. The air-powered ones are terrible, but the one that's electric is pretty damn good. This thing cuts right through 18 gauge steel, which 18 gauge steel is heavy. I mean, what is that one? Yeah, that's 18 gauge. It's a heavy piece of metal. A lot of things say they're made out of 18 gauge steel, and they're maybe 20. But anyway, that's a great thing to have. The thing that it's on, which is this bender, I have another video on that real quick. I'll just put this one in this video because this is going to be about metalwork people. This thing's handy. I mean, it's very poorly made. I've actually cracked it in half because I didn't have it bolted down. So if you buy one of these metal benders, bolt it down, it'll probably prevent it from cracking. I cracked it in half and then I welded the cast, and it's been ever since. I put a gusset in there and everything, put a piece of steel and some gusset, and it hasn't broke since. But you'll find on this that these things here come loose. These come loose all the time. The machine work inside here is terrible, so that's why it always comes loose. The rollers fall out. The gear teeth aren't really very good. You could modify it a little bit probably and make it work better, but it does work. It's really handy, to bend right here. Your bender, it bends it pretty nice and easy. It's got a shear. You wish it was a foot wider, so you could, or 48 inches would be really handy. If Harbor Freight Tools is listening, we'd love to see you guys put a 48 inch. I'd buy one right away. And this thing is really cool. So if you're doing metalwork, let's say you're doing heat shrinking and you don't have a oxyacetylene torch, which eventually you might just want to buy one. But if you're just starting out, you need something. So this thing is cool. You just turn this on. Instaflame, Turn it back off. I mean, really handy. A lot better than the other propane torches. I mean, for whatever it was, like 15 bucks or something like that. Well worth it. Just the time you'll save in doing one, panel where you've got a heat shrink. Really handy to have one of these propane torches. I actually have the refill tool too that I got from Harbor Freight Tools. I may have to do another video on that. There's a couple guys with videos out on that, so you could watch them. The trick is don't put it in the freezer. Actually pull out on that little valve right there very gently while it's connected, and then it'll fill up the propane bottle completely full versus halfway. So anyway, a couple of good ideas. Harbor Freight Tools, some good stuff. They do have some junk, but they do have some really good tools and really handy to have. I mean, I don't know what one of these would cost somewhere else. I bet it's like $150 to $200, and 18 gauge shear, and I don't think this thing was even 50 bucks. And I dropped a coupon, of course, 20% off all the time. They're all over online. And even if it broke and I had to replace it once or twice in my whole life, I would still benefit by buying the cheaper one than I would buying the other one, because I don't do that much with it. If you're doing it every day, if you guys are doing stuff and you're cutting metal every day, you're doing this every day, you might want to get the good one. Get this first, try it, see if it works for you, see if you benefit from it. If you benefit from it, then go, find a DeWalt or border cable or something better. That, you know, a lot of those are made in China too, by the way. But anyway, just a couple good ideas for you, and we'll keep doing these videos.